one is nice.
I got the other one in his.
Ray, I love your dress.
I got another pair. Comfy and
I had it on, but it just didn't go out.
this one's like 2.5 inches.
Well, it was
Well,
joking.
no, and they're very comfortable like from the time you wear it.
Is this your first giveaway? Uber for the first time. You'd be so proud of you.
So, you know, Dr. Bonnie Henry, whenever she gives that update, oh, yes.
It's a good time to today because you could probably get a
And there was also like a limited edition.
decoration for your guy.
Yes, I was trying to go online and the website crashed.
Great job, you guys. The ribbons are really nice. Yes.
So it's almost 9. Okay. Are they on their way? Front seat for the parents and then everybody else.
You get your own seat.
Brian will be up here. Oh,
Yeah, you'll be here. Welcome, friends. Just give a quick little introduction. My name's Sean. I have the privilege of officiating the wedding today for Mark and Daniella. Thank you so much for coming in. Just a couple real quick things. Bride and groom, I think you're going to be here shortly. Please put your phone. It's really hard, especially small weddings. When you start lifting your phone above your head or leaning into the aisle, these two are trying to get the best possible shots to capture this day in this best possible way for the bride and groom. And it can make it really hard for them to do their jobs well. People kind of moving around and putting their cameras. They might be lining up a shot, and all of a sudden they got your phone in their picture. So just be mindful. Is anyone hurt? A couple?
yeah, they said they're 5 minutes away.
5 minutes away. Okay.
If you think about your feet, point them towards your guest ever so slightly with those shoulders turned out. Just face, and this, what this does, you got an amazing videographer, you got a great photographer.
Right.
You have this live stream going on. It's really, really hard, especially when you're nervous. You want to look this way.
Yeah.
What I find is having the shoulder turn out.
Yeah.
This starts to feel, you're going to feel like it starts to feel really awkward to turn this way now with that shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's exactly what we want.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys want
The microphone's on.
Nice, man.
That's easy. Thank you.
Nice.
Nice and easy for mom. Nice.
So,
And then we're gonna go down the aisle right here.
design.
Yeah. Let's get her forward there. Okay. All right. Go there. Okay.
All rise, please. Come together, join hands, you two friends. You may be seated. So first things first, you two. I want you to do exactly what you're doing. hold each other's gaze, lock eyes, like you have done 1,000,000 times before. And I want you both to take a deep breath. Can everyone out there just take one deep breath forward?
Everybody.
Okay? Yeah. And let's just kind of settle into this moment. I want to take you back quickly in your mind's eye to that moment you first laid eyes on one another. Saw a little smile there, Daniella. Yeah. You got that moment? Can you remember that moment, right? Little did you know, right? Imagine that day when you woke up. You had no idea that that would be the day that you'd actually take the first step on what would become the greatest love story either one of you have ever known. Love has a funny way of showing up when we least expect it. You've shared a lot of moments, of course, since that first glance. Had your first conversation and had your first date, shared your first kiss, all big moments, right? You had your first moment you thought to yourself, Mark, I think I am falling in love with this woman. And that moment, Daniella, you realized that you had no interest in living your life without this man by your side. You had your first conversation about what it would actually be like to get married and spend your life together. And then you began to plan a wedding and then replan a wedding. You've shared a lot of moments. And there's a lot of beautiful moments that lie in front of you. Yet out of all the moments of your life, this one right here, right now that you're sharing, this one right here, right now that you invited all of us into, is a moment that we regard as so important, so critical, and so special. We acknowledge it by sharing with all the ones we love. So take it in. Enjoy it. Because this will be a moment that you two will truly remember for the rest of your lives. Yeah. And can you guys just wave at the bride and groom? Like, take a moment. Look everyone's going to join you. You got people alive.
Hi, everyone.
Friends and family, we want to welcome each and every one of you to this incredible moment. Thank you all for coming today and celebrating with these two as they get ready to take yet another amazing step on their journey together. The thing is, you don't have to get all dressed up like this, invite all your favorite people out, have a celebration in a park in order to have a marriage, right? When you think about the whole thing, it seems a little bit strange. I mean, you're standing up here, you look fantastic, by the way. You know what I mean? Stared at by everyone you love, right? So why? Why do we do this? Well, no matter who we are, no matter where we come from, no matter what we believe, we know this one thing, love you too. It is simply worth celebrating. And that's what we're doing here today. We've gathered to celebrate the life and the love that you two have created together. You may have met by chance, but today you stand here because today you make a choice. You were saying yes. Yes to one another. Yes to the good and the bad and everything in between. You're saying yes to a future together. And that is a remarkable thing. So thank you. Thank you for allowing all of us that opportunity to pause, put our devices down, and be reminded that being in love, being loved in return, and building a relationship is truly the best part of our humanity. Of course, as you two both know, happiness in marriage, it's not something that just happens, right? Good marriages, like good relationships, like the one you two have built, the one that we're here today to celebrate, they truly are that. They are created. They are built. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day, but more. Never a bad idea. Never take that for granted, as hard as that can be sometimes. And it's respecting each other's values, and occasionally that will mean agreeing to disagree. It is standing together, facing life. It is the sharing of your dreams, but it also gets to be the realization of those dreams throughout your life together. It's doing things for each other not because you have to, but because you want to. And ask anyone who's been married any amount of time. Sometimes you will just have to. Just continuously saying thank you. Not only with your words, but also with your actions. It's being flexible, patient, understanding, being willing to laugh at each other's mistakes, but more than that, it's about learning from those mistakes. It's having the capacity and the willingness to forgive time and time again, and time again. It is helping each other grow and transform. It is finding room for things of the heart. It is a common search for the good and the beauty that this life has to offer. It's not only about marrying the right person you two, it's as much about being the right person. So with this in mind, do you two stand here now today ready to give yourselves to each other in marriage? If so, please say, we do.
We do.
That's the right answer. I want to give you two an opportunity now to share your vows with one another.
Okay. All right.
Mark, I love you because you have a gentle soul.
Daniella, I love you because you're kind-hearted.
You tuck me in at night and plug my phone in to charge.
You snap me back to reality when I'm caught up daydreaming.
You keep me calm when my Irish temper appears.
You let me swap my potatoes for your plate of rice.
I promise to respect your choice of 90s hip-hop music when you blast it while driving.
I promise to give you my undivided attention as long as there's no basketball on TV.
I will open the windows when you're burning up, even if I'm freezing cold.
I will always offer perspective to your spontaneous rants.
I
It's true. It's true.
People who know me. I vow to love you in such a way that you are free.
I vow to always respect you, be a good listener, and value your opinions.
I promise to never let our relationship grow stale.
I promise that from this day forward, you'll never walk alone.
I will cry with you, scream with you, and rebuild with you.
I will savor the time we spend in each other's company.
I promise to encourage you to never give up.
I promise to believe in you when you doubt yourself.
I vow to be your navigator and your partner in crime.
I vow to show you my love and support every day.
I promise to grow old and silver with you.
I promise to stick it through despite any bumps on the road.
Through
our union, we will remain faithful, honest, trusting, and forgiving. Marriage is not, I promise to love you until I stop loving you. It is, I promise to make a conscious decision to continue to love you even when it's hard, because I'm aware no one is perfect, but you are worth it. I love you very much. Mahal na mahal kita.
Here's to us.
Join hands again, you two. Now, often at a wedding, when it comes time for a couple to exchange rings, we talk about wedding bands being perfect circles with no beginning or end. We relate that back to life, love, and marriage. But as we all know, your rings had a beginning, just like your relationship had a beginning. You just magically end up here today in this park, ready to get married. Thought, intentionality, hard work, creativity, perseverance. All these things went into making your relationship, just like it went into making your rings. The metal and stones that make up your rings, they'd be mined, molded, cooled, polished. An artist got involved. Renditions went through. Then and only then were they created. Something beautiful is made from the raw elements. It is a process of making something remarkable where once there was nothing at all. Just like a relationship. Of course, it comes from humble beginnings and it's made by imperfect beings. But like the precious metal and stones of your rings, love in its truest form is not something you can ever force. It always, always, always must be created. So as you get ready to place these rings on each other's fingers, you will cross a threshold in your life where you say to the world, this is my partner. This is my husband. This is my wife. And these rings will accompany you through all the many great adventures that lie in front of you. Whether you're near, far, close, or apart, whenever you notice this ring on your finger, always remember your love and remember that they're beautiful because someone made them that way. The same remains true for your life, your love, and your marriage. Mark, would you give this ring as a symbol of your faithfulness to Daniella and to all these vows you've heard and taken today?
I do.
Would you choose Daniella to be your wife this day and forevermore, giving her all that you are and all that you ever hope to be?
Absolutely.
Please place the ring on her finger and repeat after me. I, Mark,
I, Mark,
choose you, Daniella,
choose you, Daniella,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
best friend,
best friend,
and love of my life.
and love of my life.
And I promise to love you
And I promise to love you
from this moment
from this moment
forever.
forever.
Daniella, did you give this ring as a symbol of your faithfulness to Mark and to all these vows you've heard and taken today?
I do.
And you choose Mark to be your husband. This day and forever.
Absolutely.
You really do. Given all that you are and all that you ever hope to be. All right.
Yes!
Place the ring on his finger and repeat after me.
Okay.
I, Daniella,
I, Daniella,
choose you, Mark,
choose you, Mark,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
best friend,
best friend,
love of my life.
and the love of my life.
And I promise to love you
And I promise to love
from
you
this moment
from this moment
forever.
forever.
Well, you two, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is now, with absolute great joy, in front of your family and friends, that I now pronounce you officially hitched. Please seal your marriage with a kiss.
Love you.
Love you.
Friends and family, we are almost done with the ceremony today. We're just going to sign the license. We will be right back.
Okay.
After you.
Do we have an extra chair or do we take turns?
One chair, you can remain seated the whole
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
And we each need your 2 witnesses to come forward.
Okay.
So, Mom, you're my witness.
Mom, witness.
One moment each side would be great. And Daniella, you
have a pen?
Yes, I have a pen.
Stand behind. Okay. Excuse me, Mom. All right. I'm going to stand. So stand over on this side. Whoopsie.
So over here, you're gonna sign on the X right there. Got it. Everyone smile once for camera. Everyone pay attention. Great job. Awesome. On this page here, you're gonna print your last name, print your first name, and sign below. Yep. print
Old
your-
last name?
Yep. Old last name. Yep. Perfect. You can just remain seated.
Sure.
And Mark, we're just going to get you to lean over
Sure.
your shoulder here. Now, print your last name, print your first name, and sign below.
It's okay.
Tuck right in next to it. There you go. Yeah, no, just for folks. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Good job, Mark. One more on this page. Okay. You gotta sign on the X right there.
All right here. Okay.
Perfect. All right, everyone remain where they are. I'm just going to turn the page for you.
Okay.
Okay, my dear. So you're going to sign on the X and you're going to print to the right. And on this page, same thing, but you're going to print your full name and you're going to sign on the X. All right, almost done. Almost there.
Your turn, Mama. Right.
So what we're going to do, we're going to sign on the X and we're going to print to the right.
Okay.
And on this page right here, one more. You're going to print your full name and sign on the X. All right, almost married here. All right, moms, you can hug your kids and make your way back to your seats, okay?
Okay.
So this guy is finally married. You waited too long. 38 years.
We're going to get you to join hands right here and
Right.
face your guests. So join your hand. Yeah, perfect. Awesome.
Oh,
All right, friends. It is almost time to introduce the newly married couple. But before I do, there's something very special about this day. You see, Daniella's grandparents are actually have their 55th wedding anniversary today, and they will share the same wedding anniversary.
yes.
And we thought that was absolutely worth mentioning. So friends and family, will you please rise with me? And welcome, for the very first time, the newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Belmonte.
Can you just drop your flowers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yay. You did it.
Woo!
I barely buttoned up my dress shirt on. I was already sweating.
So, yeah, if you guys stand sort of in the middle,